Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I think you should be able to hear me. Let me know. If not, let's see. Let me see if I can. I think I fixed everything finally. So you guys gotta let me know if it's actually working today. I think I finally got the old stream set up working with the different transitions. I don't know though. Can you see my face? Let me see. Always some kind of issues. I think there's just a bit of a delay, which is maybe why I'm thinking it's not. I normally have it as a what's it called? I normally have the stream as a low latency. So I wonder if I can fix that. Let's see. I don't even know where those settings would be, so we might be stuck with a what's it called? I can't even speak today. Oh my goodness. With a latency. That's what I'm trying to say. I apologize. It's been a morning for sure. How are you guys doing though? You guys doing all right? Anything crazy happening with anybody? How was your guys' weekend? I gotta see if I can pull up the chat on my phone. D, I think you can hear me, right? I think other people were saying that they could hear me, so that's good. Just trying to get situated here, but yeah, I think I finally fixed part of the issue with my streaming setup. So I had like all the like the music in the beginning and the starting soon. Basically I thought I was using like an official OBS streaming software, but it's like it wasn't. It's like one that basically like incorporates the streaming software but like brands it as their own. So I just canceled that. Finally figured out that that was part of the issue, and then went to the original streaming software, and then so I think it's working now. But yeah, so let's see. Stuart's doing a lamp with hundreds of LEDs. Got it. That sounds like a lot of work, dude. Honestly, it sounds like a lot. But yeah. So today I figured normally I do the poll over on Instagram of what we want to do, and I'm totally fine with that. But today, I did choose to just do 3D printing and some resin projects, partly because I just got sent some filament by the brand esun, which is awesome. So if you do any 3D printing, be sure to check out the links I put in the description because it's what I got. But I'll show you. I got this really cool, that's the brand, esun. I got this really cool transparent red filament, and what's cool about this is it's stretchy. Let me see if I can open this up. Of course, the one time my nail breaks, I can't open this. But so they sent me a couple rolls. They sent me this, which is really cool, and then they sent me a matte filament. And then they sent me... Here we go. Alright. So as you can see, it's very floppy. And I can bend it in half. Like normal filament, you can't do that. So this is a special filament where it's stretchy and bendable. Like I can pull it and it has quite a bit of flex into it. So that's really cool. So I have a project coming up with this, which is going to be awesome. They sent me a black filament, which I made this little frying pan. And this, what's cool about this one is it's a high speed filament, so that means you can print with it really fast, which is awesome. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting my inner Flynn Rider from Rapunzel. Yeah, the red color is gorgeous, honestly. And then they also sent me, so the matte filament they sent me is this yellow. Oh my gosh, where am I trying to go? Literally, you guys, every time. One day I'll get this. So this matte yellow is what they sent me. and so I paired it with my little egg. This is my newest file. Ooh, sorry. This is my newest file that I've made that I'm selling. Little frying pan with these, what I like to call egg expressions. Eh? So this is a sad one. Little sad egg. We got our meh, like our little meh face, M-E-H. And then my newer ones, we got our angry face. Look at that. That's like my face on a daily basis. And then this one's our happy one, but I turned to emo because I added some ink to its eyes. A little emo, a little emo egg expression. And of course, my newest one too, you can't have eggs without some bacon. But, so that's like what I've been working on this week. And so, let me bring up our 3D printer cam in the corner here. And that's printing out a second frying pan. Since I have so many eggs now, you know, that did not work like I wanted it to. But so, I just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. Do you have an egg hosted face? I know, I need to make one. Yeah, Stuart, that's TPU. Yep. So let me move these out of the way. I also made this really cool, like, wizard staff thing, too. I just hit myself in the head, but that's for a TikTok video. I've been trying to really pump out a lot of short form content recently. I'm just experimenting a lot in different ways of trying to grow my channels, and so one of the things I'm testing is posting every single day for a month on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, shorts videos, to see if that's gonna boost my numbers. So far it does seem to be helping, especially on YouTube. I'm getting a couple more subscribers than I normally would. And also we resin printed this the other day too. So I dusted off my resin printer and made this little, I don't know, chest monster. I don't know, I just thought it looked cool. Ooh, pancakes would be awesome. That is a good suggestion, D. Pretty soon I'm just gonna have like a whole breakfast line going. But yeah, so I thought they were a lot of fun and I thought they were a lot of cute. And then actually when I posted it on Facebook, someone made a suggestion that would be good to help autistic children learn emotions. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that being a use for it. So I thought that was really cool. So it's really cool because the possibilities are definitely endless. Trying to see if I can pop out the chat somewhere because it's just on my phone right now. I'll put my phone up here. There we go. That should help. Ooh. Alright, so gonna do some resin projects, and I think we're gonna do the thing which is mixing flowers from my grandma's funeral into this little hummingbird mold. I think I'm finally ready to do that. If you were at the live stream like 2 weeks ago, I opened up a little bit about my grieving process a little bit, but so I think I'm ready to work on that. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. And then we'll have the printer just running in the background too. That's what the one thing I do like about 3D printing is you can just have it going and work on other things, right? Because it's a robot, so it's like it works for you. So that's always nice because then you can kind of do like some multitasking and get multiple projects done at once. So that's really cool. So let's hide my face. Let's see. We got the overhead camera going. And I don't think the printer cam is in the way of anything important. So that should be okay. So we're going to use some Total Boat epoxy, I think. And I've already measured out how much resin I need for the mold. So this is this much. I have no scientific measurement. I just poured water in here. Well, I poured water into the mold, and then I took the water out of there and poured it into the cup. I made a line. And then I think hopefully this time too, the resin should cure better because I've leveled out. I've used the level and I've leveled out the surface, and it's pretty close to what I want it to be. Yeah, for the most part, it's all pretty good. So it's the most level right here. So I'll probably like do my working here and then kind of shift it over. But yeah, so this is just like a level I think I got at Harbor Freight. Really cheap, real little. So I just want to make sure some of the kind of dirt from the garage got in the mold. So I just want to try and clean up as much of that as possible. But so my sister got this mold off of Amazon, I believe. Alright. Okay, so I think I'm going to stand up for this. I think that's going to be the best bet to go. Okay, so for this resin, it's 2-to-1. So we do 2 parts of part A and 1 part of part B. And I got the medium hardener, so I have 20 minutes of working time, which I think should hopefully be plenty. Well, I hope it'll be plenty. I don't know. You know me. Sometimes it's always a gamble, right? So this kit came with these little pumps. So let me just. I guess I should have done this before the stream. My bad. I wasn't thinking. I'm not sure what these are. And of course, it came with some instructions, and we got a cool little sticker. Alright, let's see. ID your materials. Oh, pump extender. I don't think I'll need the pump extender. The hardener, pump. Oh, they're separate pumps? How do you know which one is which? Oh, okay. So this is for the hardener. Oh, okay, because it's smaller. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, you have to cut this? Oh. You know what? We'll do the pumps later. Yeah, we'll deal with that later, because I feel like that takes some concentration that I just don't think we have for the live stream. So, what is our solution then? I'm just going to use these 2 little mixing cups and hope for the best. Is what I'm going to hope for. Alright, let's see. How do I... Oh, I have some little scissors here. Oh, jeez. Okay. So then I do have our comb mold in case we have some extra resin left out. This is very dangerous, me leaving that open, but yeah, so let's just put the cap back on. Alright. So I wrote on the bottles that this is part 1 and that's part 2, just so that it's easier for me, because I forget stuff like that. Yeah, so I know myself, you know? So I want to try and get as much of this foil stuff off as I can, and this resin does not smell the best, so make sure you're in a well ventilated area for sure. I'm gonna take this one glove off though and just put a fresh one on, just to be safe about stuff, you know. Because I'm not sure, like, I want to make sure that doesn't get mixed up in the other resins. Alright, so this says do the 2-to-1 and mix for 2 minutes slowly. And then you have about a 25-minute pot life. Alright. Alright. So, we are just going to hope for the best here. I'm going to do Uh, what is that? 1 fluid ounce. Oh geez, that comes out fast. Oh man. Whew. You guys, that was okay. 1 fluid ounce. That was incredibly stressful that I just dealt with. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. All right, let's pour that in there, and then so for the next one, we're gonna have to do 2 cups. And one of the things you really want to make sure when you're doing resin is that you get all of the liquid out of the cups that you're using, because if you don't, that might make it not cure properly, you know, or you're just going to have inconsistencies in the results. So you really want to do your best to get all of that out. And these are just little medicine cups that I got off of Amazon. I feel like at this point I should rename my live streams as like the Hot Mess Express, like episode 25. Always a struggle, always. Alright, I think that's the majority of it. Alright. Let's try and do a better job at this one. This is a heavier jug too, so I gotta be more careful. Alright, let's see. Alright, so far so good. This one I think no, spoke too soon, spoke too soon. Alright. Oh goodness. Oh man. Whew, okay. Trying to think if I want to add that. Okay, now we're going to add it to a separate cup. That way it doesn't start mixing with itself. That has cat hair in it. This one looks fine. Alright, so let's pour this one in there. That way, you know, it doesn't start. That way we don't lose any of our working time. I'm just real, yeah. Definitely. I know, I always like watch all these like perfectly edited like crafting videos, and I'm like, you had to have made at least like one mistake. I do my best to leave my mistakes in videos just so that, you know, try to be real with my community, all that jazz. Sam, yes, this is Total Boat Resin, so it is a 2-to-1 ratio. I like this brand a lot. I use either this brand or I use the brand Alumilite. I use Alumilite more so for like making resin pen blanks. Okay, let's see if I can do this a second time. Ah, that comes so fast. Ah, oh geez. Okay, well, that's definitely going to be slightly more. Okay. Do you need to find a paper towel, which of course I feel like I don't have. This just comes out so quickly, which is probably why they want you to use the pump so that you don't deal with situations like I have just dealt with. Okay, so it's not too bad. It is slightly more than 1 ounce, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, in all honesty. feel like maybe I shouldn't do this so close to the edge of my computer. I need to get a bigger desk. All right. Cool. Awesome sauce. Okay. We have our 2 parts. What do I want to do? We're gonna mix it for the 2 minutes now. Let me double check. It says 2 minutes. Mix for 2 minutes. Okay. Let me double check what the other side says, because depending on which hardener you chose, sometimes it's different instructions. So this is 2 minutes too. So we're just gonna do a slow mix for 2 minutes. So all right. So let's add part A to part B. And then sometimes I just, typically if I'm not doing like a live and I'm doing this, I'll just kind of let this run for like a couple minutes, since we do have 25 minutes working time. Just to really make sure as much of that resin has come out, you know. So let's see. Alright, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. I think, yeah. Alright, put all the trash in there. Alright, Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. Alright, and then so I'm just going to do slow mixing. The reason why you want to mix it slow and not fast is because you don't want to add too many bubbles. And then, you know, obviously you want to make sure you're scraping the bottom as you're mixing. And periodically you want to make sure you're scraping the sides. And I even like to scrape the mixing stick itself, that way all the resin on there is getting thoroughly mixed. And then I like to go clockwise and counterclockwise, all that fun stuff, just to really make sure that we're doing what we need to do. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this process or 3D printing or anything, obviously feel free to let me know. And then right now too, it's kind of hard to tell, but the resin's a bit cloudy, and so as you mix it, it will become clearer, and that's what you want. You want to be able to see those 2 parts interacting and getting clear. But so I have the back door of the garage open, so I am getting some very good ventilation. So if you are doing this indoors, just make sure you're wearing like a respirator, because you want to protect your lungs and all that fun stuff. Normally too, it's pretty boring at this stage because you are just having to, you know, mix resin for however long it says. Like some of them too, like you have to mix it for like 5 minutes. Alexa, stop. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. And it's way clearer. We do have quite a few bubbles, but we can pop those. But yeah, and like some people, you know, if you're doing like a big old batch, you can like use a drill with an attachment. Definitely use that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my gloves off, okay, and move this aside. And then I'm going to take some of these flowers and start adding them to the resin. I don't want to do too much because I got to try and make like a few of these out of the flowers. So, but yeah, man, this is definitely more emotional than I thought it'd be. So that's always fun. All right, hopefully that's not too many things added. I'm gonna get a fresh stick because we do, you know, we want the resin to cure. So I just want to make sure it's all coated. That way, no air bubbles are gonna get trapped, you know, on the flowers. So I don't know. Maybe that's too many. I don't know. I hope not. But yeah. Alright, so let's pour this. And I'm going to do a high, kind of slow pour, hopefully. As long as I'm not missing. Maybe I should come a little closer since we got all the flowers. I very well could have put too many flowers in. That is definitely a possibility, for sure. So I hope it will cure fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I do have more flowers, for sure. So I just want to make sure that all the flowers are actually pushed down into the resin. So we have just a little bit left, so it's not the end of the world. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap this. Try to get any of the air bubbles that are trapped in the bottom to come up to the top. All these flowers want to float now, of course. Alright, and then I'm going to take my heat gun and we're going to pop these bubbles. What I might have to do once it's cured is put like brush on a little thin layer of resin just to really, in case any of the flowers like come up. Alright. Let's see. Marsh, what's up? How are you doing, dude? Hope you're doing alright. But let's check the levelness here. It's looking good. I don't think it's going to do anything crazy. So, I think we're okay there. Pretty spot on. move our level. And we have like just the smallest amount of resin left over. Which I don't think we have to like, I don't think we have to use this. I don't have any small mold because the flowers probably won't look good in there. And I don't really, well, I have a chess piece mold. Maybe we can put it in one of those. Let's see, let's get our little pawn. Maybe that will work. Let's see. Oh, that goes fast. Or that fills fast, I guess is the thing. I wonder if there's another little pond mold because I think we could put the rest of it in that one too. I got the chess set mold off of Amazon for a future. This is a knight, I think. Oh well, probably won't have enough for this. Oh, maybe. Alright, looks like we have just enough to fill these two things. Cool. Nice. So that makes me feel better. We're not wasting any resin. Let me just get that flower. Kind of go down in there. Let that drip. Calvin, hello, how are you? We were just doing some resin stuff, just filling these molds with resin and flowers from my grandma's funeral. That's where we're at, using the heat gun. Pop some of those bubbles. All that fun stuff. And then we just filled the leftover resin with we filled the leftover resin in these little what's it called, chess piece molds, which I got on Amazon. Let's see that we got a big old bubble come to the top right there. So had to run shipping. Oh, you're all good, dude. Yeah, so I'm trying to make 4 of the hummingbird ones for a couple members of our family, because my grandma loved birds, but especially hummingbirds. That was like, she loved them. She could watch birds, you know, for hours. So you know, so she passed away in January, and so I finally felt ready, like I could do this project. When I go to make the others, I might make it into a video, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. But so this, I think this is gonna take 24 hours to cure. Says, let me see. Okay. Let's try this side. Says, I saw it somewhere earlier because it had said that it had like a 25-minute working time. Why can I not find that now though? Okay. I think it's 24 hours cure time. Is what I think it is. Oh yeah, okay, so jail time is 25 minutes. Tack free time is 3 hours. So at 3:30 I could touch it and it will be not tacky anymore. But I think it's 24 hours. I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Just to be safe, we're going to wait 24 hours. Because I don't want it to get messed up. Yeah, Calvin, I think I am definitely gonna do that. For sure, I think. I think that's the plan. Take this other glove off. Alright, let me put the resin-fied things in the trash so I don't touch them accidentally. So I'm trying to do a little bit more 3D printing. I'm just trying to, I guess I'm trying to even out my content where it's not, oh, what am I trying to say? Where it's not only like Cricut content for like a month. Like I'm trying to do a little bit better. Alright, let me see. Let me make my face smaller. Like right there, so we can watch our frying pan going at it for a bit. Since we gotta let these things cure. I'm just gonna keep watching for bubbles. And then keep popping them. So like I already see some bubbles in the right there. So you don't have to check super often for bubbles, but probably for me, what I like to do the first 30 minutes or so, I check because I want to try and get the most successful resin project, you know. But yeah, so these molds are pretty cool. I think it's gonna be good. I definitely put slightly too much flowers in there, so that's good to know for the future. I think what I need to do is just put less, and maybe what I'll do is I'll just pour a little bit of resin in the bottom first, and then pour the resin with the flowers on top of that, maybe, is what I might do. Yeah, trying. Calvin says, I know the feeling. I can't see it over this little heart thing. Okay, I know the feeling trying to not get typecast in one genre right now. You're focusing on 3D project. Yeah, it is hard. Definitely hard. Like I'm trying to be a overall DIY channel, and so it's easy for me to get stuck on 3D printing or get stuck on Glowforge or Cricut. So I'm gonna try and switch it up a bit. And then with my like short form content, it's really easy to make all of that mostly like 3D printing because like the robots are doing the work for me, and then I just have to be like, check out this awesome thing I made, you know. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, you know. And always, you guys let me know too if there's anything specific you guys want to see on my channels, or you're like, hey, I hate that content, like never make it again. I mean, I have fun making all the projects and content, and it's for me, but also, I'm trying to cater to the community, like you guys, like what you guys want to see, which is why on Sundays I normally do the poll for what we want to do for the live stream on Monday, because I really want to make sure that you guys are a part of that. Which I don't know, is it good to do the poll on Instagram, or should I try and do the poll on YouTube? What do you think is better? Get some water. I'm actually drinking water today, guys. Alert the media. Trying to get more water as it's getting hot. That way I don't become dehydrated. But our little frying pan's looking so good. This was the first bacon prototype that I was making. And then I realized I made it way too big to fit in my frying pan, so I basically chopped it in half. Oh my gosh, I didn't show you guys, I don't think. But check out this filament. This is called a swamp rainbow filament. A friend of mine sent it to me to test out. And I made this little like woodland creature tower thing. And it looks super cool. So I still gotta print the top for it. But this is what the filament spool looks like. So it looks really cool. It's called Swamp Rainbow, which is awesome. Which, oh my goodness, you guys, filament is getting so expensive. It used to be like $18 for a roll, and now they're like $30. Like, I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe for my 3D printing obsession soon. So I finally made, I did finally make an Amazon wish list because people, however, I like watching your content because I'm intrigued with what you do, and I found you through DIY Alex. D, I appreciate that. That is very, very kind of you to watch, even though you don't necessarily want to do the type of projects that I'm doing. But yeah, DIY Alex is a friend of mine, which is really cool. It's been really cool getting to know her on a more personal level over the last like year and a half. And it's really nice. She's just very encouraging, and it's really nice just to have like another friend with like similar beliefs, and we're able to, you know, pray for each other and like vent to each other. So that's really cool. And D, you don't know how hard it was for me to not say anything when she told me she was pregnant. That was hard. That was a hard secret to keep in. But yeah, so I typically too, with the 3D printing, I try to design models without needing support material, but obviously for the frying pan, where's my frying pan? But with the frying pan, obviously the handle is up at the top, so it does have to print with just a little bit of support material under the handle, which is what the printer is doing right now over here. That's the support material. And then you just peel that off once the 3D print is done. But see, guys, like, this was so the first thing I made was the frying pan, and then I made all the eggs. So then when I made the bacon, I don't know what I was thinking, because I was like, this bacon does not fit in this frying pan. Which is why I had to go back and redesign it. So. But yeah. So all that fun stuff. You know, I'm trying to do more like selling digital products too. So like, I just made a new Etsy shop for my SVG files specifically, called SVGs Anonymous. So I'm updating that because eventually, I don't remember if I've told you guys or not, eventually I want to start a SVG membership, where it's just like $5 a month or whatever. And so I've just started that. I'm uploading stuff to that. And then, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, and then, so like with the eggs and stuff, so I posted the 3D print files for sale on a 3D printing website. So I'm just trying to go more like the digital route rather than the physical product route. Just because it's hard dealing with customers, you know, especially on the internet. Yeah, actually, we had an idea you knew about. Yeah. Definitely hard. I'm not the best secret keeper. For sure. So if there's something you I don't know. I try. I do. The other thing that's cool about this little swamp woodland thing too is I think I could put a light in there, and then the light will shine through the window. Because that'd be pretty cool. Really what I want to do is I want to have like smoke coming out of it. So I don't know if I can do that with like an incense stick maybe. I don't know how those work though. Like, I don't know if that's like, is that like legit fire on the incense sticks? Like, would it be a flame? Because if it's a flame, it'd probably melt this. You know? Matt said, filament is way too expensive for no good reason. I hope Slant 3D is bringing the market prices down by, whoa, $10. I need to check that out. Yeah. Seriously, this, I think this roll is going for $25. But yeah, but you know, like some rolls are just randomly like $40 and it's like a single color. It's like insane. Cause like I want to keep making 3D printing filament, but it might be less in the future as I'm like slowly running out of my stock. Calvin said that's cool. Yeah, don't get me going on people. ID Party Design, hello. I feel like dealing with digital is worse with people. Yeah, that's true too. It is like a trade-off, you know. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what I exactly want to do with my business going forward. Because you're right, it is a pain doing digital, but also a pain doing physical. You know, or do I just go back to doing solely graphic design and that's all I do? You know, because right now it's kind of like half graphic design, half like Etsy stuff. So, which like once I'm done here too, I gotta make a couple logos today. So I'll be busy today. Kelly, hello. Thank you for joining the live stream. Earlier we poured some resin, did some resin projects, and then now we're just chilling with the 3D printer and chatting it up. So I can I can show the molds. So those are the resin molds that we did earlier. But yeah. Stuart says a subscription to digital assets is a great revenue model. Yeah, so that's the route I'm trying to go. I just got to figure out, like, obviously website hosting can get expensive when you get up to like things where you need a lot of data. So it's like, do I just do it through Dropbox and then like do it through Patreon, where then there's a link to Dropbox through Patreon? So I don't know. So I do have like my designs going on like design bundles as well. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, all those fun business decisions and what to do and all that good stuff. But yeah, so if anyone's looking for some Cricut or Glowforge files, hit me up. I got you. Calvin says, I do feel like if you make it clear what the terms of licenses, maybe watermark the models internally so you can know if someone stole them. Yeah, that's true. That would work too. For sure. So then, too, what I'm trying to do as well is learn new things as well, just to be, you know, to versify. Is that a word? Versify? To be more versatile. So I'm trying to learn more of like 3D sculpting so I can make like little figures. Because right now my 3D modeling skills are more on the basic side. You know, like basic meaning, you know, like the egg and like the bacon. Like that's pretty not too hard stuff to do. But I do want to do some more complex stuff, so I'm trying to learn different 3D modeling programs. So if you get good at 3D figures, the model community would go nuts. Oh, like for the train stuff? Yeah, I'm trying. One thing I do want to make is I want to make a little piggy bank, but I want it to be wearing sunglasses and little swim trunks, and then do some kind of TikTok like or a YouTube short being like, oh, I made this piggy bank and I'm saving up for XYZ or whatever. You know, I think it'd be funny, and then like randomly just putting like a random quarter in, like, I don't know. Just trying to be funny, try to be different. Which I just posted a video today, a short video today, of Elsa wearing a 3D printed necklace I made her, and I did one of the trending sounds from like Family Guy, so that was fun. But you guys have any fun plans for this week coming up? Anything interesting going on? I feel like I just have work stuff going on. I might try to donate blood some point this week, because I found out recently I'm apparently a universal donor, so that's cool. I have like one of the more common types or whatever, so I might try and do that this week. It just depends if my schedule will allow for it. And I felt called out because there was like a sign saying like in the hospital elevator, it was like, if you have this type of blood, like, we need you because this is like one of the most used ones. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I felt very called out. You know, I do think one thing too, now I mention it because I saw myself on the camera is I think I'm going to try and promote and sell more like leather patch hats, like custom ones with people's business logos on them. ID Party Designs. Your son is promoting from the 5th grade. Oh man, growing up. Those kids grow up so fast. That's exciting though. So going on to middle school next year. Man, every awkward phase in everyone's life, right? Middle school. That's exciting though. I'm sure it's sad for you because that just means your kid's getting older, but that's exciting though. Starting to get into the real work though, right? Doing way more homework and all that fun stuff. Getting to do sports. Oh geez, these flowers are coming for me. Oh wow, interesting. So the oh, I guess it's been 25 minutes because the the hummingbird, the top of it's already getting hard because I went to try to push the flowers back down and it's already hard. Like let me show you guys real quick. Um so like I can't push that down. Do you see what I mean? Oh dang, your oldest just did the first year at college. So this is definitely some fast setting resin. So yeah, definitely I put way too many flowers. This is the proof that too many flowers. So this one I'll probably keep for myself and then I'll make it a little bit better. I probably won't fill the mold quite as high either. That way my family members can have the better versions. But that's crazy. That went pretty fast. And I think the resin has cooked some of the flowers a little bit. They look a little more dead than before. So we'll just have to see how it turns out. But I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be fine. I'll just brush some resin on the opposite side to make sure it's sealed. So it won't be the end of the world. You missed the beginning? Oh, okay. Yeah, the brand of resin is Total Boat. Oops, you can't see. I'm like pointing it to that thing. Sorry. The brand of resin is Total Boat. You can get it. I've got this one on Amazon, and they have a couple different options for hardeners. I got the medium hardener, which gave about 25 minutes of working time. But they have a fast one where it's only like 10 minutes of working time, I think. And I think there's like a thick I don't know what the third one is. There's like a third one though too. Oh, Calvin, that's cool. You're gonna go to the Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. But it seems cool. What did you guys all have for lunch? I think I'm gonna get pizza for lunch. That's the only bad thing about doing the stream at noon is like right in lunchtime. So then I'm always like thinking about what I'm gonna eat once the stream's over. Also, oh my gosh, you guys, did I tell you I broke my toe? I don't think I should have started with that. You're scared of resin? No, you shouldn't be scared of resin. I get it's definitely intimidating. But I think it's doable. I think you can do it. You just want to make sure that you're in either a well ventilated area or you have a respirator mask on to be safe. Calvin says you're going to take the Amtrak from Union Station to Flagstaff. Oh, okay. Nice. Union Station with all the crazies. Nice. I used to carol at Union Station at Christmas time every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. ID Party Designs had Yum Yum donuts and a croissant. Oh, that's cool. Or, oh, they make sandwiches too? D, it's almost dinner time in Kentucky. Oh, yeah, that's right. With the time train, yeah. In the West Coast, it's almost 1 o'clock. Calvin said, I will say hi to them for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's really funny, though, is when we were caroling during the Christmas season, people get arrested at Union Station all the time. I don't know if you guys know that. But so when we would see someone get arrested, we would play the Grinch. So there is that. You know, it's always funny. All that fun stuff. Yes, they are bomb. I don't know if there's a Yum Yum Donuts by me. I feel like that sounds familiar. But maybe not. You should have played Bad Boys from Cops. Well, you have to be festive, though, right? It's a Christmas season, so. But the print's looking good so far. Actually, one of the things I do almost every day is on TikTok, I put a live stream of what I'm 3D printing with like music in the background. That way I don't have to like sit there. And you'd be surprised how many people actually watch a 3D printer just running for like hours on end. So if you ever want to see the 3D printer in action, head to my TikTok. And you can see that like once this print is done, I'll probably throw on a. Yeah, it's calming. It's definitely calming for sure. Absolutely. I think we're gonna end the stream. It's 1 o'clock. I don't want to keep you guys too long since we're just kind of chatting, but I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me as always. It's a lot of fun because I would be doing these projects anyways pretty much, but it's always fun to interact with people and hang out and chat. So I definitely appreciate that, you guys. But yeah, so I think we're gonna end it there. And then always feel free to reach out to me too if you have any questions or anything. You can reach out over on Instagram. It's probably the easiest way to reach out. But yeah. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.